collectors. On this episode of the Creation Evaluation Station, pardon my voice, still has not returned, we are going to be evaluating this. The gift with purchase. It's currently available now in October until the 15th. Wanted to get this video out sooner. I was sick. It's coming out at the tail end of the giveaway. I'm sorry about that. But we're still going to take a look at it. It's gift with purchase. It's called, well, it's supposed to be Lloyd's mech suit. But for whatever reason, you can see there, it's called Lloyd Suit Mech. I don't know if it's some typo or this one was meant for a different country. The rest of the writing looks normal on it. It's really kind of bizarre. But, yeah, it's a gift with purchase. You've got to purchase $40 of Ninjago merchandise, and you can get this free. It's basically part of the core system. It's got Lloyd in his core uniform. And, yeah, on top of that, so you get $40, $35 or more gives you free shipping. So you'll get free shipping with this. You gotta get $40 of just Ninjago merchandise, nothing else. It's gotta be that. It'll show up on your checkout window when you actually get it. But if you spend $10 more, and it doesn't have to be Ninjago, it can be anything else, and, very important, and you're a VPI member, which I recommend. It doesn't cost anything, but you get yourself set up as a VPI member. You spend $50 this month. This actually goes past the 15th. It's for all month. And you will get this Halloween add-on pack. And there's a lot of cool Halloween pieces in there. There's at least 3 or 4 skeletons, which has me excited since I'm always growing my undead army. Yeah, and this is really great, and it's definitely worth getting a VPI, signing up for a VIP, a VIP account to get freebies and like that. The last one they had a special Pirates one, which also had more skeletons in it, which made me happy. I ended up getting 2, because I had done 2 different orders in the same month. And plus, I think they had it run longer than 1 month as well. But this is, I think, only, well, for Halloween. It's going to be for October. They'll maybe do something different for November, December. Thanksgiving, Christmas. Who knows? But still, it's worth doing that. You can save up your points and you can get more free Legos. So, it's really nice. Plus the little perks you get there. Now, I know I'm showing this pretty hard, but it's also to let you know what to get sooner rather than later, because this is a very time-sensitive thing, and I don't want you to miss out. And just so you know, I'm not sponsored. I had to buy my $40 worth of Ninjago stuff to get this. You don't have to have Ninjago stuff to get this. This is $50 or anything. I bought $40 of Ninjago stuff, and then I bought a Batman set that brought me over so I could get this. Which I'm not going to show you or tell you, because we are going to be reviewing them in another video. But yeah, this is primarily about this. We're going to be looking at this. And well, yeah. I think you've seen the package enough. Just to give you the details before we go and start opening everything out. Oh, I forgot to go through my normal spiel. I do in-depth reviews of models and construction kits, both new and old, mostly Lego, but other products as well. I also do reviews and discussions of other creative works such as movies, comic books, and video games. And because they're in-depth, they can be on the long side, so make sure you're using the timestamps down below. This video shouldn't be too much of a problem since it's just a poly bag. But if there's something you want to skip, you can go right ahead and do that. So the details on this set. Lloyd's Mech Suit. It is set number 30593. It's for ages 6 and up. Has 59 pieces. And as far as price, like I said, it's a gift with purchase. $40 or more of Ninjago merchandise. So technically it's expensive because you pay for $40 for it. But it's also free at the same time. So that's pretty much it for price. So let's go open her up and see what's inside. Here we have the contents of our bag, including all our parts spread out here. Doing this all in one sweep since it's a poly bag. Got some gold blades, big ones and small ones. And there's Lloyd. Got quite a few various pieces. Good assortment. Got plates, bricks, ball joints, tiles. Looks like it's going to be a pretty fun build from here. So let's go get to it. Here we have the leftover parts. Not much here. That's to be expected in such a small bag. It's typical leftover bits. If you want here, you can even make something really silly. It's a funky green flashlight. But yeah, that's it for leftovers. This clip is kind of nice. It can be useful for certain things. And always, having an extra pin around doesn't hurt anything. Here we have his mech all put together. And for such a small set, I am really honestly impressed with the appearance of this thing. It is probably the most simplistic mech you could make. But it works. I love the large gold swords. And that's one good thing. I mean, it's too bad it's not that easy to get multiples of these, but can always use some more of those gold swords. He's got small ones as well. Now, unfortunately, the kit does not have a backpack to put those swords in. But, as you can see, they fit nice on his shoulders there and look great. And on top of that, you can take those swords off and put them in his hands, and he becomes even more choppy. Very dangerous. Let's take a closer look at all these joints. Doesn't have quite as many as it first appears. We've got hip joints here on the leg, and then on the ankle, there is a joint that goes back and forth for the most part. There is some movement here along the side, so you can get a good wide stance if you want to. But it's more or less front to back. And those are the legs. The arm, surprisingly, only has one joint here. This is a very nice piece, the way they have this Y piece here. Extends those arms out quite a bit, or shoulders out quite a bit, so, the arms are quite a ways from the body, but then you just have your kind of permanent joint piece there, elbow. But, this gives you plenty of chopping action. You can get different angles pretty easy. All around, pretty nice. Like I said, you got those clips up there. And those are for his regular swords. And this is on a hinge. This little controller here. And he can hold on to that. You can hold on to that. He just has got to put his hands in the right position. And now how he's in there is just two studs sitting in the backpack there, and he basically kind of lays down and attaches from the back rather than the feet, which is different. It's really kind of thick in there, as you see here. Move that arm out of the way. It's quite a thick build in there, but that gives it a good center of gravity for doing all sorts of poses, which, amazingly enough, he can pull off pretty good. Most of these mixel joints are real easy to move and have plenty of nice friction in them. So yeah, there he is. Now I'm not going to take a close look at the figure. It's a basic standard Lloyd figure from the core wave, and pretty common to do because since the cheapest set in that wave was Lloyd here, in a 4+ set. Wasn't exactly considered that cheapest, but either way, it's a small set from that wave. So let's head back to the desk, and I'll give it my final eval and final thoughts. Now, the eval on this is just going to be one single grade, just because it's a small poly bag. It's almost, well, over a week later. We're back here at the desk. My voice is a little better. I've been doing a lot of sleeping, but anyways, let's finally get to this final evaluation. Overall, I like this set. It's simple. It's got to be like the smallest mech ever, but it works. It's a poly bag. We're not going to break it down, but appearance, it looks great. It's definitely fun to play with. It's got plenty of posability despite not having elbow joints and knee joints, but it's still plenty posable. You can put it in some pretty nifty poses once you get it balanced just right. This is not the best, a little stage here is not the best thing for balancing, but you can do that. It's got plenty of weapons and stuff. Nice to have these golden swords. I mean, more of them. Can always use more of those. The only problem with this says it's a gift with purchase. It's not something you go to the store and buy a couple of, so you'd have a couple extra. So that's a problem. Now, I would almost say there is a problem because the figure doesn't have a backpack. Although you kind of expect less accessories in a poly bag with a figure, but it's got a place for its weapons up here on the shoulders, and they look kind of nice and add to the aesthetic as well. So it's not really a negative. Let's see. And although this looks really simple, there is some actually design thought going in here. Using this Y propeller piece here, put the shoulders up and off at an angle. This allows more room for movement for these arms. A larger range of motion than if they were up close and right tight to the, like, 1x2 or the 2 stud distance that the main body is. It spreads them out, puts them away from the body, gives them lots of room for movement, even though there's no elbows. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So a lot of so small design thought put into this, even though it's not a large set. So overall, I ended up giving it a 10. Like, there is some potential for some negatives, but then they kind of balance out with the positives. And overall, it's a really great little set. I mean, the worst problem is it's a gift with purchase. And that leads us to the price, which there is no exact price. Technically, it's free, but technically it's also $40 at least. And you got to get that in a certain million at a time. Now, fortunately, I wanted to get this done during the thing, even as soon as possible. Like, I'd gotten it probably 3 or 4 days into the event. I had ordered it almost on the first day, and I think the second day, I don't know. But my shipment actually came in on time, and I actually had it available soon after, but this stupid cold hit me, and that was the end of my hopes for getting it out. At least I got my short out, so at least I got the announcement out about the product, even if I couldn't review it in time. But yeah, that's my thoughts on this. I gave it a 10 overall. The price is, hopefully it'll be available again, maybe with another gift with purchase, or because they have redone things if they have enough of them, or maybe you'll even still see them in stores. I've seen gift purchases show up in stores before too. Usually not all stores, like it'll only be at Target or only at Walmart or It's Piece, Toys R Us. Although the good news is there's a Toys R Us part in Macy's stores now. I've not seen what they actually have. Imagine it's nothing like the regular Toys R Us store, but it's a start. You Canadians are lucky. But besides my complaints about that, that's pretty much it for this. Not a big set. I'm going to continue to do smaller things until my voice comes back in full. Which, stay tuned for teasers of those. I'm not going to say anything now. But I am feeling better overall. Just this voice, I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Talking's my job here, sort of. But yeah, that's it for here for me. Please like, subscribe, do all that stuff. I'm not gonna exaggerate too much. I got a Patreon right now. It's just $1 for donations. You want to donate more, I will put bigger ones in eventually. $1 is just enough from everybody would be great, you know. If all my subscribers chipped in $1, that's not tons because I don't have a lot of subscribers, but it's definitely a start to help me put more money into this and expand things a little bit, and even help me get some more things to review for you guys. And we are expanding. I'm planning to expand. Oh, I should at least plug that. I am expanding out a little bit with not just doing Legos and construction things. Kind of already have in some aspects. We'll talk about that in another video. But yeah, so I'm going to be expanding a little bit. I'm not really going to do it until I hit 100 subscribers because I have something special to start kicking off with. Although there might be 1 or 2 things popping up before then. All depends how things go. I gotta get my voice back. Please, give me my voice back. But that's it for me here. Reminding you that creativity is key.